welcome to my Fluid Art channel. This is Anna Quintana with St. Cross Art. And today I'm going to be working on the second in a series of what I am calling the metallic neutrals. And basically what it is I'm using a lot of mica powders. They're very metallic in nature. I'm using coppers and silvers and golds and some very cool interference colors that look white, but then once they dry, they have their own kind of sparkle to them. And I'm topping it off with a blue. It's a golden fluid acrylic phthalo blue to kind of give it a pop. And then for my cell activator, I'm using Payne's Gray, which is like a dark gray, kind of a bluish gray. I also have some golds and some other cool colors. So let's get started. I'm really excited about this particular palette. I'm gonna pop some bubbles first, just to make sure that I don't get a lot of bubbles in my paint. So that's what I'm doing here. And then let's get started. And I'm gonna use the exact same order of colors. I'm going to use the same palette, and it'll be interesting to see if we get a different result or the same result. That's kind of the fun part of fluid art, is that sometimes you may use the exact same colors, same order, everything, and you get different results. So that's really what I love about it, is kind of the thrill of seeing what actually comes out. All right, so without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and start my pour. Okay, and let's pour. Let's blow. Sure that this is evened up, because I don't have it on there evenly, and that is not good. All right, so I think this is looking pretty good. It's moving really, really well. Got some cool cells in the middle. I wish they were a little bigger, but let's see what develops. I'm just making sure that everything is even, so when I spin, let's see, yeah, we want it to go evenly if possible. So let me let this sit for just a few seconds while the cells and the lacing and the other components develop, and then we will spin and do some tilting to create a really beautiful composition. I do love this color palette, though. I'm really happy with it. We're even getting some cool little cells in the middle that have a different color. Those are called peacock cells, and I live for those, because those are some of my favorites. Okay, let's just give it a few more seconds, and then we will spin and continue to work on our composition. There's some cool stuff going on right here. I love when those cells appear on the edge, but unfortunately they will probably spin off. So all right, I think we've given it enough time now. Let's go ahead and do a big spin. Oh yeah, there's some cool stuff happening. I'm going to reposition some of this so that we can get some additional coverage on the edges there. We want everything to be spun out. And we want to create a cool composition. Oh, good. We're starting to move more of this over here, which is great. Want to get rid of that blob. I'm going to spin a little bit more. Yep, that blob is definitely moving, although I have to tell you, now that I see it, I don't hate it. I think it kind of adds a cool dimension to the painting. I would like to get rid of that. So let's see if we can tilt a little bit more and move things that way. I think it's going. Yep. Yeah, it's definitely moving in that direction. Yep. Yep. Okay, we got that. I'm looking at how I would orient this, and I think I would orient it this way with that brown blob over here, which I don't mind actually. I'm kind of liking it. I think I'd like to move, well, let's spin a little bit more because there's still quite a bit of paint on here. Let's see if we can't get some of it off. And if I didn't mention it, this is a 20 by 20 inch canvas. Okay, let me see what I see here. Well, our brown blob definitely moved that way, which I kind of like it. That's okay. I like that effect. I'd like to see if I could open this up a little bit and maybe get some more stuff going on here. So I'm going to do this diagonally, and let's see what we get. I'm not sure if any of this will move or not. I don't think so. It's very slippery because I've got a lot of pillow paint on here. I probably have too much, but that's okay. Better to have too much than not enough. So I'm liking this composition. I see some cool stuff that I like. I'd like to be able to do a little bit more with the center, but I think at this point, it's really not going to move very much. So that's okay. It's still really pretty. We've got some cool cells going on. I do like the brown, and I actually like this corner quite a bit. I'm surprised by how much I actually like it. The cells in the middle are holding up okay. We'll see after they dry. There are some neat cells going on the side over here, which I really like. Let me just test this and see how much. Yeah, we could probably use one more little baby spin, and then I think we can probably call it a day on this one. So let me make sure we've got good coverage here on the edges. All right. let me do one more spin and then I think we're good on this one. And this will be number 2 in the series of what I'm calling the metallic neutrals. Although really now with that blue, I don't know that it really is very neutral, but it's still really pretty. And it just shows off all the beautiful effects that you can achieve with fluid art. Okay. I honestly think that I want to leave this alone and not mess with it too much, because that can cause problems. I think we've gotten enough paint off of it that hopefully it won't crack when it dries. And I think that I would orient it this way. So, number 2 in the series of my metallic neutrals. I hope that you enjoyed watching today's painting being made. I hope that you will subscribe and tell others about my channel, and that you will like and comment. I love hearing your comments. And thank you again for joining me today. I will get some close-ups so that you can see it, and as always, I like to present dried results. But this is the wet one right now, and let's see where we go from here. Again, thank you for joining me. So I want to show you some cool things from this painting. I really like the middle part. I think that's really pretty. And the intricacy of these cells is cool, and so is the lacing. And I love the two-tone cells here, the peacock cells. There's some really pretty watercolor looking effects here. And this is my blob brown corner, which I actually kind of like. I don't know, there's something cool about it that I like. Here is some more of those really beautiful subtle, sorry about the glare, subtle cells. And the whole thing is just, it's really pretty.